Hi everyone, this is my first video in a very long time. It's been 7 months, a total of 7 months. And by the way, the reason I'm turning so much is because I'm recording on my laptop too. It's gonna be so weird when I finally upload it. Anyways, yeah. Today I will be talking about vulnerability. That's a crazy topic to delve into because I should stop saying a lot. Vulnerability, such a crazy thing. I wanted to discuss how people should be, how you, the listener, the viewer, should be vulnerable in certain circumstances, and how you shouldn't be vulnerable in certain circumstances. How we should be able to keep like things to ourselves better, and sometimes shy away from, you know, letting everybody know about our insecurities. Recently, I had a conversation with someone recently where we discussed how insecurities aren't necessarily needed to be known by everybody who is around you. And by everyone around you, I mean your friends, family to an extent. Of course, family members is an exception because you should let things out to your family, but to an extent, your family doesn't necessarily need to know your insecurities. You don't have to be vulnerable to everyone, is what I'm trying to say. Um, give me 1 second. Let me get the definition for vulnerability for you. I got two really good definitions of vulnerability. So before I get into the depths of this video, let me just discuss these two definitions. The first definition is vulnerability. My favorite definition. I'll give you both definitions and then I'll tell you my own definition of vulnerability of these two definitions. The first definition is vulnerability, the willingness to show emotion or to allow one's weaknesses to be seen or known. Willingness to risk being emotionally hurt. That's the first definition. And the second definition, this one I don't really like it that much, but it kind of works too. Vulnerability, the quality or state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. For me, what I can get off of these two definitions, my own personal definition I can build off of these two definitions, is that vulnerability is the willingness to show emotion while knowing you could be hurt, while knowing you showing your emotion could hurt you, and the people who be causing you this pain is the people you're being vulnerable to. And that's what this video is practically about. Knowing, I'm trying to teach you, let you know, or guide you in a way that will help you figure out who you can be vulnerable to through my own personal experiences. So let me tell you a story. Let's say a month ago, I got a haircut. Okay, this is me being very vulnerable to the viewers here, whoever's going to end up watching this. But a few months ago, I ended up getting a haircut, and I was pissed off when I got that haircut. I can't even lie to you. You ever have those feelings when your barber knows how to cut your hair, so you just let him rock, cut your hair and everything, and that's what I did. I let my barber rock. He did his thing, but then at the end I was like, bro, you fucked up my growth. I was trying to grow out my hair. This nigga, he ruined it for me. And he ruined it for me, and I was genuinely angry, but I kept it to myself. I kept quiet. I didn't want to seem like I didn't appreciate his hard work, because he did do a decent job cutting my hair. But I mean, I was kind of angry. I thought it was a really bad haircut. I can't lie. So I remember I was really pessimistic about it. I thought I'll end up going to school and niggas is gonna make fun of me because of my new haircut. But how does this phrase go? Lo and behold, everybody Fucking the amount of compliments that I got on that day because of this one haircut that I hated so much. People loved it, man. I don't know. It was kind of weird because me personally, I hated it. I was super pessimistic about it, and everybody around me showed me super positive feedback about the haircut I ended up getting. And I feel like I did a major mistake, and the mistake I'm going to say is I told a few people at least how much I didn't like the haircut. I was like, if people notice, oh, you got a new haircut, I'd be like, oh, now my barber, fuck, he messed up my whole haircut and everything. And, excuse me. And I feel like me being pessimistic in that sense is me being vulnerable to what I actually felt. In their eyes, the haircut was good. If I didn't say anything at all, they'd just perceive the haircut as being, oh, this guy got a clean haircut or whatever. But in my eyes, I had a terrible haircut, and me telling them I didn't like my haircut made me susceptible to harm from them just because they heard like, oh, this guy doesn't like his haircut, so it's fine if we make fun of it, you know. But luckily for me, the people I surround myself with are really they're highly self-aware and genuinely good people, so I didn't really get any negative feedback of me sharing my insecurities like that, you know. So in that instance, I got lucky. That was just an example. So let me teach you what exactly I'm trying to talk about here. When it comes to being vulnerable and being insecure, you may be insecure about something, like let's say you don't like that you have acne or whatever. And because you don't like you have acne, you tell people around you. Wait, no, even before that, yeah. You don't like you have acne in your face, yeah, and people around you don't really notice. I mean, they notice your acne, but they don't really think much of it because you know it's a normal thing. Everybody has acne, or at least at a point in their lives. So nobody really cares. You know what I mean? But then, since you hate your own acne and you make people verbally aware of your acne, like you tell people, I hate my acne. It ruins my face, makes me ugly. You're putting the thoughts of you being ugly because of your acne in their heads. You see what I'm saying? You telling people your insecurities about the acne is causing these people to view you in a different light, even though they didn't beforehand and they wouldn't have if you had never told them. This is what it means to be vulnerable negatively. I want to give it a word. Being insecurably vulnerable, being vulnerable to the wrong people. This is what it means to be vulnerable to the wrong people. Yeah, that's what it means to be vulnerable to the wrong people. They wouldn't have noticed your insecurities up until you told them. That's what I'm trying to say. And to deal with this problem where it's like, damn, who do I talk to then? Who should I ever tell, like, damn, I hate my acne or whatever? Because you know it's not good to keep things pent up inside of you, because you know, as things stay pent up, it builds up and it hurts and it hurts and it hurts even more, because you know, people, as humans, we have the tendency to talk and release our emotions and let people know about everything, you know, and that lets us, you know, it lets us release, lets us let go of certain pains that we might have internally. So if I can't be vulnerable around anyone, who should I be vulnerable to? I know, and that's a good question. Who can you be vulnerable to? Well, to me, I devised this one rule where you have to be vulnerable to just one person. And this person in particular has to be a very close friend or girlfriend or whatever, or boyfriend if you're a girl, or I don't judge. But anyway, you have to have at least one person in your life that you're extremely close to, that you can be vulnerable to. And this person, for this to work out properly, I mean, for my own personal experience, this person shouldn't be around you all the time. This shouldn't be somebody who is in your friend group, you know. It should be somebody who's like, damn, you guys have known each other for a long time, or like you moved different countries or whatever, and now you just like on Discord with each other all the time, or like on FaceTime call all the time with each other. That one person who is like, let me just say, that's just that one distant friend that you can open up to. And having this one person really lets you clear up your chest of all the fucking congestion, you know? All the congestions that's like of pent up insecurities, and having that one person where you can vent to, tell everything about to, is enough. Trust me, that one person is in more than enough. If you have that one person, other people don't have to know about your insecurities. If other people don't know about your insecurities, then you're less vulnerable to harm. You're less vulnerable to mental, emotional, and physical harm from others. You know? And you just need that one person who isn't going to judge you. Someone who is going to make you look at yourself in a brighter light. Someone who's going to call you out on your bullshit as well. And for me, I do have that person. Is a very close friend of mine. We used to go to high school with each other. Bro left the country, and we stayed in touch ever since then. And you know that's my nigga for real. That's my doggy. But like, anyways, yeah, I've been like, through being able to have this one person I can vent to, it allowed me to keep in not rather it allowed me to shut up about not telling my insecurities to other people who don't need to know that information, you know. And I was really hoping that I could help you, you know, whoever you watching this video, to find somebody, not even find somebody necessarily, because I really hope you do have that person already. But I just wanted to educate you in the matter of fact that not everybody needs to know what you're insecure about. Because if everybody does know what you're insecure about, it will really lead to a lot of damage being done to you emotionally. And I'd rather not that happen to you, you know. I'm sure you've been in a situation where you told a couple people something, and they end up making fun of you because of that one thing you told them. And ever since then, it's like, you know, they stuck to it, you know. And as humans, when you tell somebody an insecurity, even though they might not consciously pick up on it and use it against you, subconsciously they will use it against you. And that's not really anything. There's nothing really we can do about that besides, you know, vent to one particular person, vent to that one particular person that you are close to, that one particular person that you can really, you know, tell everything and they're not going to judge you. And if you're able to get that one person in your life, you'll be happy. You'll be happier, you know. And people around you will see you in a positive light, you know, in a brighter light that they have been usually. And I really hope that, you know, you've gained something from watching this video. This is going to be the end of this video. I did a good job recording this because I won't record it again. If it came out badly, you know, okay, that's me being insecure, you know, that's me being pessimistic. Let me rephrase that statement completely. This is my first video in 7 months, and I hope you really enjoyed this video, because I'm making this for you, nobody besides you. And thank you. Bye.